It's not your talent. It's not your discipline. It's this one invisible habit you repeat every single day without noticing, and it's quietly holding you back. Most people think they're hustling. They think they're putting in the hours, building momentum, making progress. But if you look closer, they're not actually moving forward. They're just running in circles. They're confusing motion with progress. Let's be honest, you've done it too. You open your laptop, make a list, highlight some tasks, maybe even check a few off. It feels like work. It feels productive. But at the end of the day, nothing real has changed. You're busy, not effective. See, this hidden habit, this addiction to motion, is one of the most dangerous traps for ambitious people. It tricks your brain into thinking you're accomplishing something, when in reality, you're avoiding the work that truly matters. Think about it. Scrolling isn't research. Planning isn't execution. Talking isn't doing. Every minute spent getting ready to act is another minute stolen from real progress. You don't need another productivity app or another planner. You need to face the uncomfortable truth that busy has become your favorite hiding place. Because real progress isn't comfortable. It demands decisions. It forces you to risk failure. And most people would rather drown in activity than deal with that. We dress up procrastination in new clothes. We call it preparation. We call it patience. We even call it strategy. But deep down, we know it's just fear. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of starting and realizing we're still behind. Fear that maybe we don't have what it takes. So we stall. We reorganize our goals instead of chasing them. We tweak our systems instead of testing them. We move constantly, but we don't advance. The truth is, motion feels safe. Progress feels risky. Motion gives you control. Progress demands vulnerability. That's why it's easier to talk about your plans than actually start them. That's why it's easier to research endlessly than to commit to one imperfect action. And that's the loop most people never escape. They wake up, fill their day with small tasks, check notifications, update spreadsheets, reply to messages, and call it a grind. But there's a difference between being active and being effective. Here's the uncomfortable reality. You can be working 12 hours a day and still be stuck. Because busy isn't the same as productive. It's the illusion of progress. It's the mental hamster wheel that keeps you exhausted, but exactly where you started. So, how do you break free? Step 1. Define what actually matters. Most people never stop to ask, what's the one thing that moves the needle for me? Without that clarity, you'll keep mistaking side quests for progress. Step 2. Measure output, not effort. If your goal is to build a business, the metric isn't how many hours you spent tweaking your website, it's how many customers you reached. If your goal is to get fit, it's not how many fitness videos you watched, it's how many reps you actually did. Step 3. Build momentum with uncomfortable action. The real turning point happens when you choose discomfort on purpose. When you start doing the hard, boring, scary things that actually make a difference. Send the email, post the first video, make the offer, apply for the job. You'll never feel ready, but that's exactly why it works. Because every meaningful leap starts with action, not preparation. Remember, you're not stuck because you're incapable. You're stuck because you're busy avoiding the work that matters. You've mastered motion, now it's time to master progress. And once you make that shift, once you stop mistaking movement for momentum, everything else becomes simple.